All right, hello, guy.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. How are you?
I'm all right today.
Got to make sure that we are heard. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I'll try to speak up
All
best I
right.
can.
I'm gonna take a whole shot of your body there.
What's left of it?
It's left of it. There's a good portion of it remaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you know, I got to get in a better position because I'm trying.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
can
face this way? There you go.
Turn around.
There you go. This is homie. I do know his name, but every time I encounter him, I forget it. So tell us your name.
I'm Burt Reynolds today.
Oh gosh. All right. That's awesome. That's what we're really looking for. I'm gonna reposition my self as well.
Most people just call me Ben. Why don't you sit on this side?
I'm coming on this side,
Yeah, I can scoot back. I got wheels.
but do come back close again.
All right, I'm back.
No, closer. Closer, right here.
Oh, right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
No. You can stay in your chair.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm in it all the time.
All
That's
right.
nothing new to me.
All right. All right. As you can see, he has his favorite chair because of a missing leg. But so you are Burt Reynolds, right?
I'm Burt Reynolds.
All right. And can you tell us what area are you in right now on Earth?
Oh, where am I at?
Yeah.
My mind, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
happy and free.
Birmingham, Alabama.
I'm in Birmingham, South Side. The one and only real South Side, 5 points up
All right.
there in Atlanta. Ain't got nothing on this.
Good. Well, I have a few questions for you, sir.
All right.
All right. Are you homeless?
That's a matter of speaking.
Yes, that's true. All right.
I'm house impaired.
So you're out here a lot.
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
live out here.
Birmingham has so many homeless services and programs and all of that. As a member of this horseshoe family, why would you say you are not taking advantage of all of their services?
Because there's no point in taking someone in to kick them out first thing in the morning when now they don't even have a chance to take care of their business of the day
Right.
or anything. It's like, all right, go out to the streets and flood the streets and then come back later after you take care of all your business. They're not really helping, really.
Right.
In all actuality, they're not. They will feed you, and that's about what they do.
How do you get around in your wheelchair, basically?
Very roughly sometimes.
So you're kind of stuck in a situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can drive anywhere I want, but they don't take kindly to people parking wherever and taking
Yes.
a break.
Yes.
Everywhere you guys should
Yes.
take a break.
Yes. How long have you been missing Lefty?
Since June.
Since June of
29th.
2014?
Yep.
The leg is gone, as
Somewhere
you
in
can see.
Ohio.
Right. So we have a lot of churches around here. What's up with that?
Oh, well, they're good over
Have
there.
they tried to help the place over there? There's a lot of.
They will. You got to make an effort, but
You have to
gotta,
make the
You
effort.
got to, have a schedule and get rides and and
Do you, oh.
I don't have a
right.
motor on this bad boy,
So don't ask you to go places where you don't have the means to go. Basically, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's not a very handicap accessible world.
No, it's not.
You go to the drugstore, they don't even have a wheelchair for you.
Right. How old are you, Burt Reynolds?
I am 37.
Wow. If you were not in this current situation, what would you be doing with life? If money and situations and mistakes were not an issue, if you can pull it all together from this point, what would you do with life, or what did you want to be when you grew up? First, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I always wanted to be like a rock star.
Right.
I'm kind of
Okay.
still doing that,
There
but
you
it's at
go.
a different,
Gotcha.
level of it. But
All right.
that.
So
and I
now,
always wanted to be a writer.
okay.
And write like books and magazines and stuff.
Okay. And so right now in your current situation, if you were to be elevated, pulled out of the situation, you were not housing challenged or economically challenged, what would you do with your life?
I would.
Any goals, any things planned
Yeah,
on changing the
I
world?
want to write a magazine
You
and
wanna
tell
write a
these people it's not about, it's not the Rolling Stone or none of that. It's about life out here for real. People that actually live life, not my 9-to-5 job. And here's my church on Sunday. Here, God, forgive me for all my sins, so I can go right back out after I did this.
Right. Why are people homeless
Why? There's all kinds of
that
reasons.
you know of?
Alcohol, drugs. But there's people with bad situations that, some people just lost their minds completely, and we're like, I don't know what to do. I'm locked up in this environment. And
If you were rich in an hour, would you help these people or would you forget about them?
oh, I'd be down right here with them.
What would you do? How can you help them?
I
If you
would ask
had
them what
$10
they.
million, dollars, how can you get these people, or would you want to, if we gave you $10 million dollars and a mission to develop a program to get them off the streets? Do you have a
What I
rough
do,
idea
I
how it
would
would be?
try to buy this old building down here at the end of the street that the old man owns.
Right, right,
I would start kind of a drop-in center at least,
right.
so
Drop
they
in
can
center.
get off the streets. I mean, they can come in and watch TV, drink free coffee, whatever they got to
Got
do.
you.
But I'd appreciate it if they made initiative instead of just coming in there getting hammered and blah blah blah. But they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. I can't stop that.
Right. Um, in this area, there's complaint about the church there giving out food to the homeless and other services, which ends up bringing the population of the homeless to the business district. As a homeless person, how can that be solved? Because some people want to kick the business out of the church and say operate somewhere else
Yeah.
to
Well, I think these business owners need to come into church and sit down with the homeless people and get to know these people one on one.
right,
And then you might know the person. I don't know. I don't care whether they're a crackhead or they're
right,
a drug addict. I
right,
don't care what they do, but you might get to know that person.
right.
Just because of their addiction does not make their whole soul
Right.
and their spirit.
So you would keep the program that the church does. It's a good program.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right
They
there.
help. They help with the mail. I mean, if you need medical IDs and stuff, they do help. And
All right.
and if they can't, they just send you to where you can get help. They do.
But
do that.
now, would you say that sometimes some of your homeless constituents, brothers and sisters, can do things and say things to the customership of the area that they be like make the homeless people look bad, or make people wonder why you all are out here, what's the situation? Do you have any compassion or understanding for the business people in the area?
Well, yes, I do.
Excellent.
I understand that 200%.
Excellent. Give us some insight, Mr. Businessman.
I mean, nobody wants people sleeping
Okay.
everywhere all day. It makes your town look a little trashy.
Okay.
And you don't want people out here turning up their 40s and, on the block.
Right.
They're trying to really have a business establishment,
Right.
They don't want a ghetto, which nobody made the ghetto. It just
Right.
started existing.
Right.
And they're just really trying to do the right thing and keep people happy and all that.
And what's the attraction to this particular area? Because we have a lot of people that are like this area, and when the struggle hits, this is an okay place to be. But why is that? What would you say? Why are homeless attracted to this area? Or those in
Because you
dire
can
need?
actually have a good time with your fellow brethren and stuff. I
Okay.
mean, there's a community of joining together.
So your drop-in center would be something like this, a place to sit around, chat, share your life challenges. Maybe if there were professionals there to provide resources to help you pull it together.
Yeah,
You would
to build
do
a
it.
community of people that care about each other and stuff. Like, we got good people here that, take care of stuff. I
Right.
mean, you got trashy people everywhere.
Okay.
You can't.
So now I would like for you to give a final speech to three people: the business district, um, as how they can deal with the matter, all right, and the church people, what solution you have for them, and then a message to the homeless people about,
All right.
that,
To the business people.
yeah, that's in this area that,
Um,
they don't know what to do, but sometimes they do get cursed out. Sometimes the honeys get
well,
accosted
Birmingham is
falsely.
actually very widespread homeless.
Okay.
It's not just this
Yes,
particular part of
good,
town.
good.
It's not just this particular part of town.
Good.
So wherever they're at, you go to Land Park, there's more people down there than there is right here. But
Wow.
this is where the music and the art and the history of Birmingham is supposed to be happening.
Okay.
And there's going to be homeless people because you know what a starving artist is.
Right.
Yeah.
So what message would you have for the business district for their concerns?
It would be best to talk to the person before they're wasted
Okay.
and say, I mean, you could put up a flyer and say, guys, let's all have a meeting somewhere.
Okay.
You could
Wow.
gather somewhere, and then you can have a representative from each whatever,
Wow.
and they could express their views. But all of them can
Right.
express their views right there.
Right. What will you do with the church if there's concerns that their ministry encourages homelessness in this area, knowing that they provide such a great service to those in need? What message would you give them to help balance the situation?
Well, I would love to help build something like this somewhere. I mean, there's a park down there. They could do it all there.
They kicked everyone out of the park, right? The police don't let the
Yeah.
homeless hang out at the park.
Well, that's why they tore down the A-frames and
So
all
it's
that
easier to
stuff.
hang out here than Brother Bryan Park, is it?
Yeah, where you're out of the way from all
Right.
the business stuff. And we can't hang out across the street, so everybody's hanging out in front of the businesses now because the church is mad. The people that help the homeless, they're mad over there. And it's like, I haven't figured this one out yet on that.
Wow.
Because this has always been known a gathering spot of people.
Right.
Whether homeless or not, it's a gathering spot for people.
What would you say to the people who organize homeless services in Birmingham? Why did they miss you? Why are they missing this population of homeless? And like you said, the homeless people at Lynn Park, why are lots of money and taxpayers and grants are given to homeless services? Why are so many still living in the streets? The homeless services, apparently it looks like it's missing something, a point. What
They
would you
need
say?
a drop-in center where they can actually, and yes, there's going to be this person sleeping in that wino drunk and that person's high on whatever. But they're going to have that anyway because there's drug addicts. They're homeless because they're usually of their addictions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't really know what I would say to that.
Would you say that church bells are going?
Yeah.
You want to sing a song while it's... Nope, it's over. Good.
I got a harmonica.
I'm glad. Nope. There it goes. And so we wait.
11 o'clock.
That's what it is, the 11 o'clock bell.
Yeah.
What's today's date?
The 7th or 8th.
7th or 8th.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I haven't checked
Okay.
it.
All right.
Might be the 9th. No, it's the 7th. Yep.
Sometimes I find the bell as a violation of the noise ordinance, but I have issues, so.
Yeah.
What would you say to the homeless organizers here in Birmingham? They appear to be missing the point. And like a few days ago, I was in front of the firehouse shelter and counted like 21 people sleeping in front of the shelter. So, and as you mentioned, and at Lynn Park, there's a good number of folks spending the night in the park and other areas of Birmingham.
Yeah.
What are they doing? What's the point? Say it again. Did we answer that question?
What is the point?
Yeah, what are they missing?
They're missing, what's the word for this? They're missing unity, for one.
Right.
Even the homeless people are missing the unity. The
Right.
business owners are missing the unity. Everybody's missing the unity of the gathering of people and what's
Right.
really going on.
Do you
They're all
have
missing
do you
unity.
have some kind of plan to get off the street, out of the street, or you like to live this one out?
I'm going to live this out to the day I die, whether I have a house or not. I will still be frequenting this spot, whether I'm a 10 millionaire or not. I will
Right.
be coming to this spot until I die.
Wow. Good.
Because
Good.
this is part of my life, and I feel like part of the history.
Good.
If I ain't, I like to hang out with people that are part of this history here.
So you're 37 now.
Yeah.
That means I probably met you when you were still a teenager.
Oh yeah. Back
And
when
with
Jerry
both
was over there.
both legs.
Yeah.
You know. And now I know your offspring.
Yep. You babysit them sometimes.
It's remarkable.
They're beautiful offspring now.
Yeah. So I wanted to personalize, and get people to see the face and hear the voice of one who is actually in the middle of the homeless experience here in Birmingham, right here in the heart of 5 Points. Very popular area, as you know.
That's very popular. I
But
love
my
it.
heart goes out. When you were knocked out, I was like, trust me, this man would like to do other things than to be here in this situation.
I would.
But life is about helping other people. Scriptures say the strong shall bear the infirmities of the weak. So homelessness is where people have lost something in life, and I think
They
city
lost
of Birmingham,
motivation.
to keep it local, city of Birmingham, homeless services. I was thinking if a homeless services representative would begin coming out from various shelters, hanging out with you all, talking to you all, finding out what's the situation, and rather than say, hey, if you go to West End, we can get you some help. But yet they see you in a wheelchair, one leg, and they're like not providing any services. You're like, how
They
am I
gotta
gonna get
quit
there?
being racially
Right,
profiling people. You have to like. That's what I'm saying about a drop in. You don't throw Jesus in their face. You
right.
don't throw that in their face. You don't throw that. You're like, hey man, I'm here to help you.
Good.
I'll talk to you. You can hire people. You can have your counselors in there that are street people. I don't care about your PhD and all that. I mean, if
Or
you're
well,
gonna help
PhD
somebody,
people are good. Some of them
I
got good
know.
jobs
I
and
mean,
full of
I
compassion, and they would like to, I'm sure, finance a drop center across a number of them in Birmingham in various areas. But right now, downtown area is hogging all the homeless services. So if you're in West End, it's very difficult to be homeless in West End because it doesn't have the churches that are giving out food and the
yeah.
programs. So the
Oh,
love
I,
is
I
not
agree
really
with you there.
spread across Birmingham at all.
It's all downtown pretty much,
Right.
and then you got the one feeding church, and then but they can come in there and eat if the business owners can come in there and eat down with all the homeless people, and they should do that and be like, what's really
Wow,
going on?
that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. St. Andrews run that. It's
yeah,
a
it's a
long way to
community.
St. Andrews in your wheelchair.
I'll do it if I have to.
You were gonna tell me something about your homeless experience. The winters apparently. I'm an ex-homeless person as well.
Yeah, I
So
remember you like that.
I'm like,
Be nice to have
so
a van
the
sometime.
winters, right? The winters are still the worst part of homelessness, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I went down to the Boutwell, stayed there. It was a shit show.
Okay.
Excuse my language, but
Hey.
it was.
Okay.
It was just fighting and blah, and
Wow.
I understand they don't want all that, but they didn't care. They were like, man, it's cold out there. Y'all don't die. We accept
So
all
it
of
helped
you.
you, got you out of the cold, right? So
No,
one
they
is,
kick you out at 6 o'clock in the
oh,
morning
the
when it's
Boutwell kicks you
when
out at
it's at
six.
the coldest
The
part of the
cold.
day.
Wow.
It's like, yeah,
So the Boutwell experience, it's good to get you off the streets at night, but kicking you out at 6 a.m. is like, it's still cold. I'm still
yeah.
homeless.
They
Where
could
am I
put tents
going?
up somewhere like the big, dome tents, and if
Right,
they want to do that.
right,
There's a park across the street, and who's really gonna go to the park to walk their dog
right,
when it's 4 degrees outside?
right,
I mean, the dog has to go out anyway, but
right.
it's like it's 4 degrees. Nobody wants to be out there for real.
All right. Well, I think we are. Let me see. Okay, we're still recording. Good. I have another question. All
All
right.
right.
Um, why should people, churches, organizations, rich people even bother helping people who are homeless or hungry? I mean, why should people really care that, people would say, it's your luck that you're on the streets, it's your fault. If you want off, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. You only have one leg, so you got, one bootstrap kind of thing. But, that I'm not asking this thing that I think of this,
Oh, I
right?
know.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm with this.
asking, population would say, screw them. You did it for yourself. Stop doing drugs, stop drinking, stop blah, 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 blah. But they don't want to help. What will you say to that population? You're on your own.
What?
Why should we help you?
Why should we help you? Well, you have to show initiative to get initiative. Positivity brings positivity, and negativity is going to bring negativity. So if everybody's going to be negative, negative things are going to happen. Positive things bring positive things.
Right.
And that one person that gives that one person that, that's addicted or drunk or whatever, gives them that, $20 might change their life, because they might be like, dang, out of anywhere, somewhere,
Talk louder.
this person showed care
Okay.
and love, and it might change them.
Right.
It's like if the devil sat down with him, would you give him a hug? Or
I
are you
don't
going to
know.
shove him away?
I don't
just
want
to
to
say
talk
that?
about devil
That's
stuff
what I'm
there.
saying,
I
though,
want
man.
to talk
It's
about
real
you.
shit.
You're
That's just
real.
the whole point of.
Right.
You gotta
So
love everybody.
people
to
who
love
say,
yourself.
why should we help you? You're saying why again?
Because we need stuff too.
And homelessness can happen to anyone, right?
That's right.
Despair can happen to
Any
anyone.
moment.
You know,
Anything can change at
you
any
wasn't
moment.
born homeless, were you?
I was born in naked
Just wonder.
and
Yes, well,
screaming.
technically, you're right. Like,
I had no
so
choice of what was going to happen.
you lived in a house before, or an apartment,
Yeah,
or some dwelling.
yeah.
You ain't.
Some of the homelessness is also, just the way you were raised and
Right,
growed up and all
right,
that. It's
right.
not, because I'm glad I grew up in a rough life because I wouldn't know how to make it out of
So
here.
if Birmingham says, "Look, homie, Burt Reynolds,
Yep.
we are going to give you a free bus ride or a train ride anywhere you want, but out of here you must go." Where would you go?
Right now, I would go to Manchester, Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah.
So if the city said, "Hey man, you want to go anywhere? We'll get you a ticket," you would actually leave and go to Manchester, Tennessee?
Yeah, right now, right here at this moment.
Wow. And
I'm coming back, though.
do you think other homeless folks would think likewise that, if you would fund me a place out of here, I'll just go. There's better places to be homeless.
I don't know if there's anywhere better to
Okay.
be homeless at all, so I
Then
can't
okay,
answer that
excellent
one. If you're
question.
homeless, there's no.
So you would go to Manchester, would you come back homeless again? Or would you just want to go take a little vacation and be
No, I
homeless?
got friends up there that want me to come help them do some things,
Good.
Just
Good.
because I got one leg don't mean I can't do nothing.
All right, miss your leg?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Every day, all day long.
All right. Turn it toward me and let me say something
All
to
right.
you. All right, you got me in?
You're in there.
All right, I've been talking to him in my shades, but I do have eyes. I just think I'm cool. So, Burt Reynolds is a longtime friend. This has been a great interview to just hear from the voice of someone in the middle of the struggle of homelessness and with the dreams and aspirations of pulling himself together, but how? So I think we covered a number of bases, and I hope we all learned from it, even as I review it. But Burt Reynolds will have the final word. Thank you for your time, sir. All right.
All right. Birmingham is beautiful and crazy. It is the magic city. It is not called the city of. It is not the Garden of Eden, but
All right.
it is still my city. So,
All right.
if you're mad at me, come talk to me about it, business
Uh,
owners.
No one's mad at you, but somebody may buy you a ticket to Manchester, Tennessee. Don't be surprised, all
Oh,
right?
I know.
Not gonna be me, but
Yeah, I know you ain't got it like
I ain't
that.
struggling.
Yeah, you down here with
All
us.
right, well, let's see where this goes. This could actually. What if this goes national? Have you said everything that you want to say? What if, in the week, this is all over the place, hearing the story of homelessness? Is there anything you want to say? I try to ask questions that will,
If they got any more questions,
just come ask. You'll be sitting
come ask
right
me.
here.
I'll be right here, or I'll be.
Do you
at the
sleep right
park.
under this viaduct, under the pancake house?
I have been known to, but
Yeah.
no, I disappear.
So you just disappear
I can see the
somewhere.
business owners mad about all that.
Right.
Because when you're trying to wake some guy up in the morning to get him to work, it's like, oh, you gotta go.
Is
to
that
work.
the norm here?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got its days.
But that's the homeless people responsibility to kind of
Get up
try
and
not
get
to
out the
do
way.
that,
Move
All right.
back to the park.
Move back, move back to the park. For right now, that's an interim remedy. Go to the park.
And then you got to have somebody there to represent for you.
Right.
You got to have. They need to come together and join as a group so they can find a leader to talk to the people when the cops come up and say get out of the park. Say, well, we're not doing this. And it's like, I know it's giving an ultimatum, but it's either that or fill your jails up.
So you're least harassed here at the Horseshoe than you are at the park? Or are you more harassed at the park than you are here?
Oh, I'm not harassed at the park at all.
The cops never
What's up?
come and say, get out, clear the area?
No, they come over here and tell you to, calm down or go down the street.
Okay, go down the
'cause
street.
people get wild.
Yeah.
And when you got a 5-day party going on, sometimes it's like, people get rowdy.
So why were you knocked out the other day and the fireman came to get you?
Oh, that wasn't me. That was for a friend of mine.
I got you.
It wasn't me.
What?
I mean, you got me, but they
Excellent.
weren't coming to wake me
Oh.
up. I called for someone else.
And then you were asleep when they got
Yeah, I
here.
was just taking
And
a
then
nap.
they were shaking you like,
I'm just asleep.
yeah. Okay.
So
Good. Good.
I
Some
was just
people had
asleep.
some compassion for you and like, why don't they thought they were police. Why don't the police just get down a little closer and talk to him and find out what's going on? So
Yeah,
look
there was
like
no drugs involved.
no,
You know,
you're
I was
just
tired.
tired.
Taking a nap.
And a drop-in day center, you would have been at the day center
Yes.
watching TV, taking a nap.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been out here taking a nap.
But
That'd have
then
been
at
somewhere to go
nighttime,
to sleep.
when you think the day center could turn to a night center.
Yeah, it
So
could be all day long.
do you think there needs to be a 24-hour homeless resource center where you can drop in and spend the
Yeah.
night
Well, you got a
rather
place
than
to sleep, or you can sit at this one level and hang out and do
right?
what you got to do, man.
Okay. Would you like for the city to
Some homeless
be like?
people work.
Do you think the cities across America, like all cities, should manage homeless services centers as such as a new approach to how to deal with homeless centers, or should they still be ran by? I don't know who runs the shelters around here. You have a
It
number of
should
them.
be.
They're like private entities, but I know that you and a lot more people are not welcomed in these shelters. Blows my mind. So I'm like, so what happens there? So I've already been thinking about a 24-hour drop center uh, ran by the city, but I'm not on anyone's board. So
Yeah, I'm
I
not
can't-
either. I mean, I'm on the board out here.
Yes,
It's the only
the
board
board.
I got. And I ain't even been elected.
I
I
see
just-
you have another wheelchair person out here,
Yeah,
but she's not
doing-
homeless.
No, she's doing all right.
All right, been nice talking to you. I'm gonna see if I get a public handshake in there. Can we shake hands publicly? Where's our handshake? There we go. Handshake of life. All right, till we meet again, brother. I'll let you know how this all turns out. All right.
All right. You can Facebook me on whatever I'm on.
All right. Well, peace.
Peace. That was good. I'm glad you're trying to help everybody out.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the business owners.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how this ends.
I bought a B money. Just because he was bothering the homeless one day.
Was he?
Yeah. I mean, I understand I'm sleeping out here and all that, but let's get out.